Hello my friends, I'm here wearing my super corny t-shirt that my sister got me for Christmas last year, and I wanted to wrap up the month of October as well as share what I plan to read this month in November. So I read 4 books this month, which is not like really that good for me, but it's not terrible. I mean, that's on average 1 a week, so that's not terrible. But the first one I read was Adventure Time. So this wasn't even a book. This was a graphic novel, comic book set. But anyways, this was volume 1, and I actually got this from Jamie and Jeff from Ermagerd Burks for my birthday. So I just loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm trying to get more into comic books and graphic novels, and so obviously I love picking up anything new. And I love this TV show. Every time I think of Adventure Time, I kind of associate it with my little brother, Sam, and he's the one that really got me into the show, and every single episode I've watched, it's been with him. So it was a little weird reading this comic without him, but I mean, you know, I think he's gonna borrow it and after me, and read it and stuff, but I want to get the rest of them, and I thought it was really, really good. So if you like comics and graphic novels and things, I recommend this. The next book I read was We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. This is the last book in the summer trilogy. I gave this 4 stars, and I did do a book review on my blog, so I will link that below if you want to read that. So if you read this and you want to hear my thoughts about like specific, really annoying people and just parts that made me want to rip out my hair, then go to my blog and you can read that. But the first like 100 pages just killed me and I hated it, and I actually put this book down for many days, and then I decided just to pick it back up, to get it over with, just be done with it. And so yeah, I actually ended up loving the end. I loved the second half of this book, and Jenny Han, I really love her writing, and I know I've said this a lot, but I just felt like these characters were so real. Like, I felt like these were real people, and I do recommend this trilogy. Another thing I liked was most of the books I read, if it has to do with someone in school, kind of like Harry Potter, it would take place during the school year, and then the book would end right before summer, and then the next book would pick up at the beginning of the next school year. And so this book was really interesting because it only took place during her summers. So I really liked that aspect, and it was kind of weird to not be with her, the main character Belly, to be with her during her school years. And I think the first book, I think she's 15 during the first book, and it does skip a little bit throughout the years because by the end she's in college. Actually, by the very, very end, she's even out of college. So you skip quite a few years, but yeah, I definitely recommend. The next book I read was The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I gave this 5 stars, of course, and I did do a pretty lengthy book discussion, so if you missed that video, I will link it down below so you can hear my thoughts and things more in depth and some of my favorite parts and stuff. But I really, really recommend the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series and then the Heroes of Olympus series. All 10 books are 5 stars, and I'm really sad that it's over, but I'm also kind of excited because I know Rick Riordan has some really exciting things coming soon. I'm really excited for his next series. And the last book I read this month, I actually reread this. It was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. The first time I read this was last July, and I actually have a discussion video where I talked about it and everything, so I can link that below if you missed it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a 5-star book. I love reading about kids with superpowers. If you like that kind of thing too, then you'll really enjoy this book. Definitely pretty emotional and definitely kind of dark in places. But I mean, these kids have gone through so much stuff, and it's pretty emotional, but it's really good. And I really wanted to reread this so that I could finally get to read Never Fade. It's been out forever, it seems like, which brings us to my November TBR. I plan on reading Never Fade, which I'm currently reading this, I just started. And then I also plan on reading In the Afterlight, which this just came out, and Disney Hyperion actually sent this to me, which was really nice of them. And I'm just really, really excited to finish this trilogy and to see where it goes. I've heard only amazing things about these 2 books, and so I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna love it just like I did the first book. I can't wait. And for those of you asking, yes, I do plan on doing video reviews over both these books, so stay tuned for those. The other book that I don't probably plan on finishing in November, I might finish, but we'll see. I'm currently reading Yes Please by Amy Poehler, and I'm probably like maybe 1/5 of the way done, but I don't plan on just like speeding through this or anything. I want to take my time, so I might finish it in November, but it's very, very funny and enjoyable. It's just kind of a nice little memoir about, you know, her life and her story, and she gives advice, and it's just funny, and it's really good. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it. I've watched quite a few of her movies, and I'm watching Parks and Rec, so of course I love her on that. But yeah, I definitely love her and recommend this so far. And the last book that I plan on rereading is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Now, I read this trilogy before I started blogging, before I started booktubing, so I don't have any review or anything up over this book. But I hope to, after I reread it, I hope to get up some sort of review for you guys. I really wanted to reread The Hunger Games and Catching Fire before those movies came out, and I did not make time to do it. So I'm really excited that I get to reread this, and I really have forgotten so much stuff. I mean, obviously I remember like the very big like turning points and the ending and stuff, but the rest of it's just pretty much mush. I don't remember. Another really exciting thing is I'm going to be reading with the Booksplosion group this month. So I'm going to be with Jessie and Christine and Kat and Ariel and all of them. So if you don't follow Booksplosion on Twitter and all that stuff, I'll link all of the Booksplosion links below. But yeah, I'm going to kind of read with them, and I'm going to join them at the end of the month in a live chat so we can talk about this. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to join them. I'm excited to talk about it with my friends. And that's it. That's all I have. I might read more obviously in November. We'll just see how the month goes. But let me know what your favorite book of October was. And that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!